Not for our
Okay.
station.
And then if you touch it again,
tattoos or something?
Now they do, I guess. Well, not all tattoos. Maybe.
Yeah, I guess.
More outrageous ones.
Of course, yeah, that was always.
Right, I don't know, this is Rod.
Do you have one?
No,
Is that St. John?
You have to get a big old people here.
I got a cover. I got
David, you know,
cover Jim, digital design.
and Megan, doesn't shake your hands. And,
They're the best.
Oh yeah.
this is Sifu.
Hey.
And you came, Mike, have you met Mike? This is-
Yeah, there you go.
Oh.
Good to see you again.
Good to see you. All right, so before we get started, I have a disclaimer. I don't like this stuff.
Just kidding.
I'm actually I've always told you guys that how I learned, never deceived anybody about my studying long distance. And I am having my eyes open about a lot of things, even in zoomed out. So what I want to say is, anything that seems different than what I'm doing, take it.
Well,
Don't look at it like what you're doing is wrong. This is a more advanced version of what I've been shown.
Well,
Okay?
it's not you either. It's myself and Keith Manzo.
Yeah.
So what happened is Sifu was expending. Well, he's giving out more details than probably was happening.
So even for
New
me,
for me too.
this is change, and I didn't learn in school. So hey, Chuck, welcome.
Thanks.
So I just want you to know that I've felt what Master Redmond is showing and see why it's right. So don't look at anything that he shows you and say, well, Sifu, you do this differently. This is deeper than what I've shown you. So we're really fortunate to have him, and so without further ado.
So does this new stuff date back to the beginning, or?
Yes, it's all. It's just that Sifu's gotten more open now.
You know, I mean, it's
My personal-
common knowledge that the Chinese have always been xenophobic people. You know, and
Well, my opinion is that he's getting older. He wants the art to continue on. So there
he's
were
found
things
the
that probably
people that
weren't
he
revealed
trusts.
that are being revealed now.
Fortunately, we have one of the two people that he trusts in the United States more than anybody. So,
Actually, in the world,
yeah.
he's
So,
only got two closed-door students. Myself and Keith Manzo.
so this is a great honor for us. So I just wanted you all to know that. And without further ado, I'm going to
So
turn
let's
this over.
let's line up and start the first form. So we'll start.
Oh, before we do that, I would like each of you that studies with me privately to, we'll start with each of you. I want you to let Sifu Redmond know how long you've been training. Or if you do it in lessons, like you know how many lessons you are, do the math with that within the, and let him know how many hours you've trained, right? So he has a clear picture of what that is.
Yeah, I'm going to divide the class up so everybody gets.
Yeah, so we're gonna focus on training you where you are, not, put stuff on you that's uncomfortable, right? And if you don't know, say it in years, I mean, obviously, Mike, you don't know, it's just years, So years with Sifu telling you stuff that you're not sure is right.
All right, so let's start off with maybe make a couple of lines or something. 2 rows, so she can.
Yeah, so, hi Gary, what lesson are we on now?
Yeah, I guess wherever she can get a good camera. You get it.
We got it.
Perfect. We don't actually need that part, just when I'm doing the technique.
Okay.
Yeah, just because he'll have that, I'll get a copy of that. Thank you, I appreciate it.
Okay, so,
Why like this?
Facing the mirrors or facing
well,
the camera?
you probably facing the mirror for now, for doing the form, just spread out,
Can I move this a little further?
You can move it into to the gravel, yeah, that's fine. Right, some of you come forward.
Called Siu Ning Tao. Siu means small, Ning means concept or idea, Tao means head. It's not the Tao for the philosophy. Because the Chinese characters, Chinese words in Cantonese have 7 different sounds. So some people think it means the way of the small idea, like for the philosophy of Taoism, it's a completely different character. It's actually the character for head, E-T-A-D. So small ideas or small concepts in your head. Okay? So the first thing you want to do is when you're doing this, it's called basic. When you open the form, you bring your hands up, parallel to the floor, and you want to squeeze the joints in a tight fist to strengthen your ligaments. Most people just bring it up and they do like that lazily, but you have to do this. So one of the things you should do on your own is just walk around, to strengthen your ligaments. I'll give an analogy. Once a power lifter was lifting something for the Olympics. He was strong enough to lift it, but his arm, because his ligaments weren't strong enough to support the weight. So when you hit someone, you have to have strong ligaments. So this form also develops your body. Okay? So you want to start out 45 degrees. Bring your hands up, squeeze. Elbow to the rear. Okay? Alright, so you want to do it? You want to run forward with them? I'm going to run correct. Just follow Sifu. Okay, this section, you want to keep your feet close to the ground, like a sweep. Knees should be pinched, not in, but to a point in front of you. Like the apex of a triangle. So I'm going to go around and check. Everyone, don't let me open your knees. Pinch, pinch, pinch in, squeeze. Yes, keep that pinch. Yeah, you got it? You got the idea? Okay, you're going to pinch in like you're riding a horse. In this case, a goat, because the stance is called Ichi Kimyuma. Number 2, clamping or pinching the goat. Okay, the next section. Okay, next section. Okay, this is something that's sort of new. Most people start to punch from back here. What you want to do is place the punch in front of your body and strike from here. Because when you're guard, you're going to have your hand like this anyway. This distance from your body. Right? So place it here where you would punch with your lead arm and strike from there. Okay. Lock your arm out. Lock it all the way out. Stretch your fingers. Lock it all the way out. Just like the fingers. Okay. Next section. Okay. Okay. Freeze at that time, stop. Your other fist should be at least 2 fingers off your body. So you have to focus on it. The left hemisphere of your brain controls the right side of your body and vice versa. So you're able to do this. So we do independent moves with your arms. So if you just rest your arm here, you're not thinking about it. So maintaining it 2 inches forces you to think about it. Forces you off your body. Okay. Okay, this is new. Usually we just circle around. Now, tan, circle, jut. Do a little jut like that. Okay. Okay. Stop for a second. Consider. Parallel to the floor. Tight fist. Okay. Keep your elbow in the center. More so. Take it from the top. Okay. Yeah. Eventually, you're going to stretch yourself. Consider in a second. Good. Consider. So construct yourself. Move to the center. And redirect you over there. Okay. Okay, next.
So the jut after
Yeah, every time you do the loud jut. just repetitive. Well, let me move you. What's next? Yes, that's how it should be. Let me move you. Good. Good pitch.
Don't bring it up to these things.
Down, move.
It's way different than how it
Sure.
is.
Let me move you.
So judge each time on that.
Okay, I forgot to add this. With the tonsal, you want the bend of the wrist parallel to the tip of your nose, right? Because, pardon me for a second, he does a roughness to my hand. If I try to block with my hand, he's got more mass than me, I would be able to stop it. He would hit my hand. So you block with your forearm. So when he does it, I want to have it here, okay? So this should be parallel to the tip of your nose, the wrist. And with the wu sao, the first joint, parallel to the tip of your nose. So when he throws a punch, I can block. Any lower, you would push right through the fingers. Okay? Remember that. Okay.
Box out.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Now, as you're pulling back, do one more stop from up here, please. Yeah. As you're pulling back, you have to have forward intent. So, as he's pulling back, he's still got forward intent, so it doesn't collapse. Okay?
Sorry. Hot.
Okay, one other thing about this part, don't use the whole hand. Turn the thumb up, so you're hitting like this. With this part of your palm. You don't want to block with a flat hand, because it's for blocking a kick. A kick comes, I step up straight. If you use the flat palm part of your hand, your wrist will break. So the thumb side should be up. Yeah.
Got that much.
Totally smart.
Out of the way.
Okay. All right.
So that is, for us, a little different than I've been doing it, because I've been having you swing the hands up and then push out. But from here, just straight out.
Yeah. This way.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, this way.
This is for a grab. Someone grabs me, I need room, so I step forward to release his grab. Right? And then you hit him in the groin. So that's why you need to have your arms out. If I go low, he grabs, nothing happens. And when you apply this, I couldn't stand here and do it. I have to step forward to take his center of gravity and see how it loses his grip. Okay? So we're there. Good, good. That's good.
So this is just here. All right.
No, it's not like hiding. It's a lansao.
See, so it's lower than I understood it to be.
This is lang. This is a wooden bar. So lang in Cantonese means bar. So it's parallel to the floor. Okay? Fingertip to elbow. So it's even. Fingertip to elbow. It's used for pinning somebody and some other things too.
Okay, so we do a fox out. You can also do a backhand chop in this movement.
Yeah.
This way to the throat, but I teach all of you this way. So we'll do that
Both
with
ways.
the arms bent.
To the throat or the throat throat. Like that.
Right.
Throat throat.
And then back again. Double tongue. Jut.
Okay, keep the
Elbows
jut
out.
closer. Okay? With the jut, keep the elbows out. The thumb has to be like this, because this creates like a hook, pull in. See how you hook me up? See, this represents a snake. The coil, that we can see, the body, the head, and the fangs. We turn the snake, crane, and fox. Snake for the linear strikes, UGs, fighting in an angle, the crane. Like in Southern styles, they do crane like this, fighting from an angle. So that teaches us how to get to the angles. And the fox for the cunning and fighting on the blind side. Okay? So, this. Pull it in a little bit. See how? Yes. See? That becomes a hook.
I couldn't see what you were describing.
Okay. Pull in.
So just
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you got it? I'll try it with everyone gets it. Yeah. Touch it. Okay. Take the fingers out. Now pull it in. Yeah, see? Okay. So application for a straight line. See? Now see it's in my center, so move right away. See? You do two hands in the form for convenience sake. In reality it's just one hand. I move away, so technically I can go here and then go to the eye. See, I did it on the outside here. See? The other hand, same thing. See? And then go to the eye. Okay? So you have to have your thumb like this to create a little hook. Okay? It works well on a Wing Chun punch, which is a horizontal fist. And you can also do it on a vertical. This is the horizontal fist. And you can do it on a Wing Chun vertical fist. So I can still do it with the regular boxing. And jump here to the eye. Okay? And jump means just jerk. Any motion where I snatch is a jump. They look different. I can jump this way, I can jump forward, I can jump that way. It's just the energy used. Okay? Section. Same with this. You're blocking a kick. Only this part. You can see here. See? Only here. So hypothetically, he throws a front kick and a punch. This is a bounce off arm. It's called a dan sao in Cantonese. Normally, I want to stick to his limb. In this instance, I don't. It's like repelling away. So in Cantonese, dan means repelling or bouncing off. Okay?
Sorry.
That's it. Someone's going to help.
Yeah, he has patches, you know, no problem. So,
Bob in the center of your body.
yeah, okay. We all right? You guys are not used to doing it. You face it, so you're good.
Okay.
Ready?
Okay. Okay, stop for a second to see the bone sound. The bone sound, your wrist shouldn't be in the center. The wrist should be able to get past the center. Can everybody come over here for a second? The arm of the dummy represents the human forearm in some movements, or the upper arm in other movements. Almost all humans, regardless of height, their forearm length is almost the same. Maybe a couple of millimeters different. Right? That's true. No matter who, you can test it. Right? So this represents your opponent's forearm in some cases, and his hand is out here. So the point of contact with your opponent's limb would be behind the wrist bone. The Chinese measurement for inch is true. Some people write a TSUN, some people write a CUN. So that's the point of contact. So when I'm doing the bone solid, I don't want my wrist in the center. I want my wrist across the center, so that point too true behind the wrist line. And it's an easy way to test it when you get this strong moving. Do a bone solid in the center. No more, keep your body straight. This was for the drill.
Yeah, don't let it press down.
Because of that. Okay? So now, put it across straight. Shot stronger. Test it with each other first. And put your wrist in the center, and then put your wrist across the center.
Let's try it.
Correct. This is really important because it won't solve the work.
Okay. All right. So the ball rolls. Baton. Make sure the wrist is at the right level. Okay.
Does everyone know what tan means? No. See? That's why I started learning Cantonese. Because I got tired of going to Chinese schools in Chinatown and then teaching the Chinese class one thing and teaching us another thing. Tao means to disperse or spread, like spreading peanut butter. So palm up would be something different. Palm would be jang, up would be ha, palm cha, something wrong. Tan means to disperse. So what it implies is that when a person punches at you, I don't want to block, that's the relative force. In one point of my arm, I want to disperse the punch. So when they strike at me, he does a round punch to me. See, I do this. He's a bigger guy. It doesn't make sense. I must come to I know if I try to block it like this, his mass is over there. So I want to spread this blow to this person. So Tom means to spread or disperse. So an analogy I use is like peanut butter.
Related to intercepting.
Nah, intercepting something.
You're occupying the path already, so you're going to intercept it. But
Yes. But literally, all these techniques names have a purpose.
it's like filing.
Let me explain this to you first. Fuxao. Fuxao is the pattern of a fox's paw. Right? Chinese characters were pictures once. This means forever. This means speak or talk or something or praise or chant. There's a Wing Chun lineage that only uses this side. It looks something like Honga. It's a valid lineage. And they write it W-E-N-G, Wing Chun. These two characters can stand as Paloma. This is a mouth, and those lines are sounds emanating from the mouth. Right? So the character for Folk depicts a man standing over a dog, controlling it. Gan is plowing, like the blade into the soil. You plow. So you'll see other Wing Chun lineages do this. And when they thought of this, there were no mechanical plows. They had a beast of burden. So I can't envision an ox walking sideways plowing the field. The farmer was behind the plow, the animal going that way. So that's why Gan, you can't really do some plow. So all these movements have a purpose. The names are important. So Tang tells you what energy to use. Yeah. So Tang tells you what energy to use. All the Chinese names have a reason for it. So Fuxao means controlling him. Sideways. Grab, holding him. If I leave my palm, if I leave my palm down, hold it real tight. He's got something to hold on to. See? Remember I showed you that hook here? So whenever you do this, you turn. It's the weakest part of using the grip, opposing Brazilian index finger. So this is basically this is a parallel grip. If I do this, really don't let me go. It's strong. You can't resist that. With a cross arm grip, same thing. He's got something to hold on to, so I turn. It's easy to get out. So if you're doing the form, make sure you turn the hand. You can do it with a closed fist, it doesn't matter. As long as you turn your palm up, you get out of it. So this actually is, he grabs me, and I strike him from the pressure point here, and I turn my hand. Okay? So remember to do that. Okay?
Exactly, strike, this is strike, yeah, this is strike.
Okay, let's work on some footwork now. Our system is based on what Mui did. Mui was the nun who helped develop the system, and means 5 in Cantonese, Mui means plum. So she made this devices called a plum flower drum. They were like this, wider, for your foot to stand on, and it would be like 5 feet or more in the ground, and 5 feet or more above it. And she would practice her footwork standing on these things. So the pattern was like the pips on a number 5 guy. Right? So you've got 2 pips here, one there, one in the middle. side neutral stance, I'm standing on those two hips. When I step forward, I pass my knee over that one. I step here, so my stance is wide. Get into a front stance, please. Just relax and watch. Front stance. Stand like most normal fighters, narrow. See? So now he's strong in front of me because he can disperse my force to the side. See? So we want to be strong frontally and laterally. So that's why you want to have a stance that's fairly wide. So I'll use these, these planks on the floor. So everyone's going to have a different stance based on their body structure. So for me, since I'm shorter, I need a little wider stance to deal with a bigger opponent pushing me. A taller person could be a little, or a heavier person could be a little narrow. So I'll stay from this plank and then that plank right here. This is my side neutral. When I step, see? What's going to happen with most people, they're good here, and then they step and they have narrow base. Now, you know, and worse if you're on one line. It's like you're fighting a tightrope. So the reason you pass your knee to that imaginary hole is in case I have to stop and interrupt my foot. Right? I don't want to commit to this fall, the gravity kick. So she would have these pattern of 5 around 5, 5, 5, and if you pattern it, it would look like a plum flower. So you got a pebble here, 2 pebbles on the side, 2 pebbles there. So if you know advanced Sifu Tao, you do that strike, so that's the top pebble. When you do this, that's the side pebbles. And when you do like the bone with the time, that's the 2 low pebbles, the 5 pebbles. So a lot of our system is based on that plum flower. So I'm going to go into this face situation. Just going to follow me with the side neutral stance. Step forward. And step back. Do it a few times. Okay, just step forward and back.
If your feet are like this, when you come out to your stance, you should be on the same line as your foot was originally if there was a straight line coming out. Okay. What happens when it gets narrowed is you pick a different line.
Okay. Watch what he's doing. I want everybody to imitate him. See how he's stepping up too? I was going to show you that next. Don't just leave this foot dead here. Step forward and bring it up. And then when you go back. And so one other thing too, don't do this. Right? You want to have forward intent in your knees. So you're pushing towards that other pivot, or that other pole. I'm pushing my knees there. When I turn to the side, I'm pushing my knee here. So when I step forward, if someone kicks my leg, I've got forward intent. If I do this and he times it right, kicks me here, look, I'm off balance. So don't bring it close. We used to teach beginners that. The teacher would go to the side. He says, you know, teach them right the first time up. So go forward and land, and then come back. So I'm covering my groin when I attack you. When I land, I'm covering my groin when I come back. This gives me a chance to place my foot where I want to place it. If I just go here, gravity dictates where I'm at. I don't want to control where I'm at. If I'm fighting a live opponent, he may move, I mean, I can move it. Right?
Yeah, that's
You're taking your whole body. You're not confident, not sacrificing your body. Yeah, you hit with the whole body.
Good morning, Mayor.
You're going to take your spine to the body. Okay? So this is the right way we made it. For beginners, we do start off teaching beginners just to leave the foot there. Let you guys right way first time up. So this is forward, step back.
Bob.
Take the spike with you.
Step back and circle step.
Yep, because I'm protecting my groin when I go forward, and I'm protecting my knee back. So you go forward, I step back, I hold my center. We also teach me the most important things in fighting is the ability to hit a butt, change direction. Because the fight is dynamic. Fight's chaos.
It's not out of place, but I've read in books that they say one time it's really cool, but it's susceptible to throws. Is that because the stances are incorrect?
Not on the reach.
See, that's what I'm
That's
curious
the
about.
general reach. On the reach on.
You said that you're touching your groin and you're still now, but you're not really in the knee.
Well, here, let's go give you an example.
See, watch his answer.
Watch, I'm answering your question now. So, let's see, try to fix this. Okay. So, without kicking me in the groin, kick towards my groin. See? If I just walk like that, then he kicks. So he kicks.
You're getting a little short.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
Plus, it helps me in the rub. Okay? If I just go here, gravity says, okay, if I go like this, I can't change my foot very easily. But if I do this, I can change. See? I can change and land where I want. Say my intent, right for a second. My intent is to land here. Okay? Don't do anything. If I just do this, I land there. But say now, move to your right. Gravity dictates where I land. Okay, now it's the right foot. I was able to control my consent. So that's why there is there. So it's two reasons. You can interrupt your movement. Okay. All right, good question. Good question.
Keith,
How you doing?
so manage Phil.
Okay, so let's go back to the footwork. Three more times.
So we're just working from neutral side to front stance.
Bring that foot back.
Bring this back first.
Yeah, bring that back first. Good call.
Yes.
Yeah.
Get that.
Yeah. Bring that foot up. Now move it back. Yes. Because otherwise you'll end up finding like this. The center of gravity is out here. You want the center of gravity to be perpendicular to the spine. I can see why public speaking always have water. Get cotton on. Yeah, oh, here you go. You didn't have those in there before.
Oh, I'm gonna sneeze.
Yeah, and cheese. My first word, man. And like he runs in the Okay, change to the other side. Left side neutral, or right side neutral. Same drill forward. What's your name? Keith. Keith. I was going to them. Yeah, based on this thing called a platform. These 5 poles in 5 patterns around that. The poles are symmetrical. The 5 patterns. So you got a dot here, a pit here, a pit here. So if I'm going to say neutral stance, the other pit would be my pit. So next step. See? Going here as I am here. Mostly reality being right here. So now this is okay. So you generally do that. You're stepping on the pole as opposed to the end. You have to step on the pole. The line of the pole over here. This stance is too strong. That way we occupy the gap. So we're here. Okay, look, stand on 2 of these plates. First, as you do, open the seal of your mouth. And wherever you're comfortable, just see what's comfortable for you. Okay, I want you to face it where the poles are, where the planks are. Okay. See, since these planks are going that way, so face this way. Okay, so pick your other foot, so your fingertips. Yeah, this foot is not a loose, the toes even. Okay, parallel. Parallel, okay. So is that good for you? Is that strong for you? Or you have a little white? Okay, so now you're in this row and that row. So when you step forward, step in that row. some,
Just take that or
something on the floor.
yeah.
You have chalk? I had some
Yeah,
chalk
that would
the
be
other day.
I do have some chalk.
Yeah.
Do you want it?
Would it? That's
You want to draw some? I got maps I can cover the floor. All sides. I can. The floor will be worth more money. Master Redmond wrote on it.
It's like a, not necessarily.
No, you keep this. Yeah, because, see, this protects me for kids. Same thing with a wooden dummy. See, come over here so you can see. Guys, watch this. Guys, stay attention for 1 second. On the dummy, this is my opponent's thigh, his knee, his lower leg. So when I move, I cover that line. See? I cover that line. So that's what this is. You don't want to do that. You will raise it up here. I use this part of my leg to stop the kick. Not the shin bone. It's a flat bone. Split the kick. Use the side of the cover. Okay? When I do this, push my leg. Then push my weight this way. See if I do this. See? So that's, now do it again. See? So remember I showed you, I gave the idea of the tip. There's a dot here, and then he goes here. Not here. Yes. That's it. Forward and 10. Straight. I'm here. He's going to push me up. Your position is to do it. You got to be quicker. Come on. See? Okay. Now try this. Because instead of me doing this to pose, I bring my knee here. Because don't forget, the other imaginary tip is here. I bring my knee to that tip. I don't bring it way over here. Time it right on balance. Okay?
We base it always wide.
Yeah.
For everybody, yeah.
Yeah. So this would be, have to be Okay, guys, look at this for a second. I'm not an artist, okay? I can hardly draw straight lines, so a circle's even harder. But, so this is the pattern. And then she had another pattern here. And I guess it would be here. And then it would be here. I think I made this too small. So she had a whole bunch of those. And if you see this, the front flower. See? The petals on the front flower. So that's why I say you pass your knee here and you step there. Most people, even in our own system, do this. Now you can't suspend yourself in midair. You're going to pull 5, 6, 7 feet in midair. You're going to land on the pole. Because there's a pole there, a pole here. So I pass my knee here and land there. And then open and descend to that pole. So she used to fight people with poles. Challenge them. Okay, go ahead. So now, let's get a partner. So your partner's going to stand in a boxer stance. Right? Not do anything. And I want all of you just to do a step forward. And then step back. Do it a few times. Step forward, check, punch, step back. So you get to see the footwork I'm using. Okay? So one person pose for 5 minutes, and your partner's going to do the attack. Okay?
Pair up.
Huh? Bad guy, yeah, good, good, good.
I hear you.
Parallel, yeah, parallel. Good question.
First of all, keep your stance. Right? You want to be at the center line. So you're there, you're guarding on the center.
Check your body weight in.
Straight back. Right? Strike. Strike with the other hand.
Release this control.
Strike and check. Nice. Closest weapon to this closest weapon. Exactly. Nice. Sorry. What you guys got on the sun here? Like? I think it's called
Bring your knee and then box out.
Yeah, that's right. Simultaneous. As soon as you touch, you should be hit. Not 1, 2, 1. Here, stand on the blue cheese. Blue circles. What's your toes to your right? Now.
You just get
Guard out. Nope. This is like it's pointing at me. That's pointing at me.
That's the thing with step in this direction, you're going to go first. Step that way.
Nope.
Yeah, so you got
Okay, let's
make it like
hold your gun up.
and you put it right there.
He's got 2 weapons.
Just
I'm gonna walk up to that one,
there, step it back.
right? So I'm gonna move away.
Step it back.
There you go. Keep it like that. Yep.
Reversing is.
You're gonna keep your arm out more. Hey, hold up, guys, 1 second. Why do we keep our guard out? Whether it's a fist or it's an open hand, as opposed to tight distance.
Why is it? You say why is it not tight? Or
Yeah, why isn't that tight?
so you can move faster, you're more relaxed. You can spot, you can move.
It's the simplest answer. It's not wrong, but it's simple. If I'm a boxer and I'm fighting a boxer's punches are tight. And I can't see. Humans can't see things up close real easily. You step back, you can see the bigger picture. So, if I have my guard here, I'm in a boxer's world. But if my guard is out, you can't do a tight hook to me. You have to extend your arm to hit me. It's like creating a perimeter, a concertina wire. I got a perimeter here. You have to get through the perimeter first. If my perimeter, it's like making a moat around a castle. It's real close to the castle. The enemy can throw rocks at you. You want to make the moat big, keep them away. So this eliminates the boxer's tight hooks and uppercuts. So that's why it gives you more time to react. So you have to be greater than a right angle. Right angles are weak. We do a couple right angles, this one and that one, but they're only temporary. Normally we're greater than a right angle, so you want to keep your guard out here. And your fingers pointing to your opponent's eyes, not like a wusa. It's called a mansao. I'm asking him, I'm asking you to come in. Okay? So you point your fingers at your opponent's eyes. Even if I have a fist, I'm pointing here, I can do a straight strike. If you do a wusa, and to hit someone, you have to make an arc. Okay? So it's like shooting pool with a break. If you do pool like that, you're not going to do it with a break. You're going to do a straight break. So my elbow, forearm, and fist is pointing to my target. Straight up. Okay? Keep your guard out. Here I come.
this way. Yeah.
Well,
over. Oh, no. Good. You wouldn't do 5 minutes. Yes. Yes. Things run. If you does something. Yeah. Everything going down. Well, there's all. It's like.
So you, this hand?
It's almost, yeah. It's like that, just real quick. Yeah, real quick. It's like people kind of going in and then bombing after. Because he can pop a jab up. Well, not doing the opposite this way. That's it. Allow yourself to fall and leave the path. Allow means to leave. No. Pure in circle. Pure and south stays in the back. Wrist doesn't move. Allow yourself to leave. You have to be fast. Allow yourself to
This one comes up, but you're coming up.
Pure and south requires a little force.
Alright.
Yes, as soon as you get right there.
Maybe
At
two
the last
things at
second.
once. Plus, if you go there and then allow them to use your jab,
See your elbow.
put them in, and all that time.
Yes. Better.
Much stronger. Yeah, put your elbow out.
Now, if it's real tight and you think you can beat him, there's no explosive. Fix them your elbow out like that. Just hold my arm.
Just not bring your elbow in. It's your weight now. Everything's finished.
Not bad. Now, try to move a little more. And the stylus. You didn't do wrong.
You gotta have it. We're gonna break it. Bring it down. Yeah, no. I thought they said that's what.
So that's why.
Yeah, drag it up in the front stance. So it's the front stance. You're changing to a neutral side stance right now.
The other footwork is wrong.
Sorry, now you did it. But you're in the position.
Nice.
Now you're in the correct stance.
You're away from this other way. Set the throw of the punch. Keep the box.
Could be nothing. It's really alive, baby.
Box. That's why he's telling you these things. Because he knows what a boxer would do.
There's everything's.
Nice. Okay, now also, hey guys, pay attention for a second. If I drop it, one of the things that we do is we don't argue force. So push my arm that way. I let it go. Push my arm down. Push it out that way. You know? So if you push my hand that way and I resist, it's contrary to Wing Chun principles. So if he's a good fighter, boxers do it too. If I pop him, pop means slap, see? Good. Make a tiny circle. No, tinier, make it smaller. See that little circle? So if I pop him here, he can make a little circle and get on top. On top's the superior position because he has to support the weight of my arm and there's gravity on my side. So if I pop him at the wrist, he can make a tiny circle. If I pop him at the forearm, the circle's a little bit bigger. If I pop him at the wrist, it's really big. The elbow, at the elbow. So that's what I want to do, pop at the wrist, so if he circles around, it's a big circle. So if you pop me here, pop my wrist. See, I'm in it, really good. See, I'm in a circle maybe that big. Pop my forearm, it's about that big. Pop at the elbow, I have to make a big circle. Gives you more time to do something. So don't pop your partner at the, and don't push it over here, there's nothing over there. When I do the pop, I'm going to push towards the center of mass of my opponent. All right? Yes, see, now you got control. I'm protecting my groin with my knee. I want to stand this way. He's got a straight up on my leg. Bring it in. So my groin's playing over. Safe. Watch. Playing away. You just gave him. You got a really good puff. guy knocked the guy out. He fell. His leg was open. His leg was open. He knocked him out. Not good.
Had that fall straight away. Just back here. One after step one, step two.
Except we
It
don't
depends, there's all kinds of different boxing, you know. But they basically go like this.
Get in there right away.
And then they throw with both hands. There, but it's power hands back. Real hard. Instead of all this one, they try as hard as they can with a strong hand.
A little far, but that's it.
This guy was pretty tight. This guy was pretty tight.
Those are nice bras, yeah. They're real tight by going back to the pocket.
Yeah, well, yeah. And if he's doing this, he does other things. Like a lot of people catch this.
That's what I'm seeing is you're kind of over.
See, you got the idea of training. Yeah. Because everyone does this a few times, both sides. If you've done it, do it from a front stance now. You started out with the side neutral, now do it from a front stance, the same technique.
Even when I'm trying to.
You have a habit, right?
Or you can have it change the place.
Do it from a side neutral. Let me see you do it from a side neutral.
You know, I left a thing on this, on it the other day, I'll ask you here in a second, but it is interesting.
Good.
If I do the technique like this,
Whatever you see.
Although, if you go like this, it is a front stance. Front stance. It's different from here, instead of from here, so it's a little closer. Hey, I a lot of time ago, and had a friend that was fighting some of the, like, MMA matches.
yeah, the guy who knocked the guy out with the left side. Trapping.
I didn't say knockout, but the deal was the guy was operating the front stance while he was doing moves, right? And that's what we were talking about, just
That's based on your ability. I mean, we prefer side neutral, but I mean, if you're confident in your hook system, well, theoretically, contact. But when you get to a certain level, I mean, if I didn't, you do whatever.
sit down and do it, right?
Yeah, right. But you can see the one where Jerry DeVone, you see what Jerry DeVone tapped.
Find a place in the shade for that, man.
Video where he
That's why it's relative to
okay, get a different partner. Work with a different body type. Someone you haven't worked with.
Hey, I got this kid right here. I'll catch you on the next one.
That's what I think. You gotta go first? Yeah. Last weekend. My wife just noticed your wedding.
Change your Okay, pay attention for a second. Does everybody understand the concept of parallel and cross leg? Well, for the new people here, can I borrow you? So I need you associates. Okay. This is called parallel leg. Ideally, we want to fight parallel so I can move to the person's blind side easily. Most boxers fight left leading, right? That's called orthodox. Boxers that lead with the right are southpaw. Orthodox fighters have a hard time with the southpaw. Agree?
Yeah.
Right. Generally speaking, they got trouble.
Because everything is opposite.
Yeah, well,
Circling into power.
yes, exactly. Coming from the boxer, right hand boxer. So let's face this way.
Sorry.
Back to
Oh.
the
There you go.
Okay. So he's in the front stance. In the front stance. The Greek stand. This is called cross leg. I'm right in line with that punch. See? So I deal with two hands. Sometimes you're going to be in a cross leg position because your opponent won't let you take the hands. So we work that out later. If you can though, it's ideally to be here. I'm further away from that hand with your hand. Here, closer to it. Right in line with it. Over here, he's going to cross his center to it. Okay? So this drill we're doing is called parallel. So even if I'm in side neutral, this is parallel. Because this leg is pointing to my opponent's center of mass. This is my front leg. So all the side neutral stance is like a disguised front stance. See, it's obvious where my front leg is now because it's in front. But this is my front leg. This is pointing away from me. This is the one I would kick you with. Right? So my front leg with his front leg, the same side, the mirror image, is parallel. Cross leg, parallel, parallel. So this drill we're doing is parallel. Right? It's this right side. Okay? Because
How do you distinguish it as parallel neutral and cross neutral? Or
just parallel stance. We say parallel leg, parallel arm, cross leg, cross arm. When they're in the front stance, it's like neutral. Okay? It's safer. Okay, so let's try that. We'll do some cross leg drills later. So you're parallel.
Well, he wants you
So he's got his right, he's a boxer, to stand in front of him. So now, that's your right leg, that's your right leg.
right hand?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, then you change your stance. Okay? You're gonna step in,
still doing the box out.
check his
still
elbow.
the guys in the same position. You
Pin his elbow to his body,
Parallel.
without your thumb. You raise your thumb out, just like this. And then punch with your right hand. Elbow from your body. And then check, pin with the left, strike with the right. Pin with the right, strike with the left. Change quick. Again. Don't release the pressure. Notice, see? I got your pin, See?
Okay.
Pin it, right?
Question like Bob has that you don't want to over pressure because people are going to resist that and try to escape. But in this particular case,
Yeah, well, actually, what I want him to do is circle it. So, you circle. I want him to circle. Yeah. It depends on the circumstance. Sometimes you don't. If the guy's bigger than you don't want to. Like when we say don't use strength with a larger person. On a smaller person, use strength. It's common sense. Smaller or weaker.
Now I'll do it.
Okay. Every time when he comes in, pop like that. Be aware of it. I'm gonna show you something. Okay. Just set this. You're gonna get hit. You're doing this. See? I'm gonna get that hand off of this. So when I'm here, look on my shin or get away from the watch. You do this. Turning towards it. See? So when I come in, I see because in my system, you fight from the side. Guys, there's somebody probably going low. We're some side body reach. We're not the only style that does that. There's some other, they found some styles in China. So in essence, our guard is here. That's our guard. Right? Because if my opponent's here, my guard's here, on my central line, but I define when I do the first part of the form. If you're in front of me and I put my hand in my center, you're going to pop me because I can't cover you. So see how my guard is on my central line and my center is here? So when you want to practice on your own, see? Pop punch. side, side to side. So when I'm in front of my opponent, my center is facing 45 degrees away from me. So I give the analogy of a square. Whether you envision the square here or whatever works for you. My center is facing to the left-hand corner of the square. So I'm in the side neutral stance, left-hand corner. When I step forward, it stays there. When I'm in a front stance, my center is here, it stays there. A lot of people are turning in the center. The only time we punch in the center, like we do in our drills, is when I'm here. Because technically, the fight isn't over until he's either on the ground or I'm here. That's the ideal position, where we make the capital letter T, with me being the top part of the T and being the vertical line. So that's what we do. Right here, it's Centerline. And then it goes close to center, now in the center. Okay? Keep your center facing 45 degrees away from your partner until you get the right shoulder. Don't turn your center towards you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He was doing this. See, whereas this way is further from the hip. If I turn here, I don't need to circle step. That's right. Not bad. Try to get more behind it. You're doing good, but try to get more behind it. So when I do this, I try to get, see? My idea is to get away from that other fits. In order for him to get me now, he has to turn across his center. Whereas if I stay here, this is the turn. Okay, so I'm going to get away from that other weapon. Okay?
So you're pressing it here, not necessarily pinning down to the
You know, I'm doing what I do on you is different than what I would do on him. Because I feel your energy, so this is what I need for you. I would do him differently. I would do it for you.
Well, I guess I want to...
Distance you over where you can see.
But you'll get that too. You can test. Okay.
If I want to have a good...
That's a good stick.
If I want to force him to go...
You kind of personalize it. It's like you get two guitar players from the same master.
You get his lows, great guitar players, and your solo is different, right? So just do it here when you put in the contact range.
Yes.
So when you go up higher, you...
Like Sifu says, we'll live in a box.
Well, you can bring it up.
Don't live in a box. Think outside the box.
It's not a time. This is about man's
Yeah, I can't read this.
But the instructions are oh, that's right. Oh, did you read it? Did he say oh, okay. I was going to tell us about your friend. But his teacher, we taught him to make these, make very simple.
Get it down.
Wow.
Get it down.
He's not even got the letter from Bruce Lee thanking him for the things
You can make you so I can do another one.
I did say Wing Chun, but I gave him the wrong character.
You got it right there.
Yeah. Well, that's what I showed him.
Find him online.
Oh, no, but I had it printed out so I can find it.
Oh, okay.
Find it
Wrong
on the right side.
Oh,
That's what happens when you don't know Chinese.
yeah.
In your
Sometimes we're side neutral. Side neutral is sometimes we're friends.
Oh, you're attacking for Jesus at four?
I sit on top of it. Okay, practice the green doors on forward on your own. Like when we hit, reverse our stand first, you don't want to hit the outside of his leg. So, the front stance, he moves.
Yeah, I thought that was like modified, you know. Good concept.
Pointed right at
Yeah, point your eye, fingers at his eyes.
You want this?
Okay. Nice. Don't do it every time. Sometimes they'll come in, sometimes they're not. So, do the back. He's not here. There you go. You don't want to be so close starting out. Here's the box. Don't stand inside. Speak back to the box.
Primer.
Yeah, that's a little
Primer on my hair.
He's got insane. You try to step. It's a little bit harder here. What's great here to do? Serious? You can let go. Yeah, you got a ways to go yet. You got the first one. You can tell the first one.
Right into it.
Oh, thank you.
That's that feeling.
I think I'll get it. It's 358. I need exaggerated.
No. You're coming in cross-legged. This is never outside.
If he's in a right stance, he'll be in a right stance. So this is your right stance, the right hand in front, and your foot facing the other way. Right? Step into a front stance, step into a front stance. Step into a front stance. See? So that's a front stance. That's a right front stance. Step this leg back. That's a right side neutral. Oh, I'm sorry, my bad, left. My bad, left.
I don't want to confuse them.
Yeah, sorry. Step in. Left. That's left, my bad, left. Step into a left front stance. Left side neutral. See? That's your front leg now. Because that's the one that's pointing in the target. That's the one that's this one is pointing out in space. So that's not your front leg. So you want your front leg matching his front leg. Okay?
So if he's got his
Oh, were you last?
right leg.
If he had his other leg, I'd say I'd stand this way. Or this one. Right? And I'd have this hand. Your lead hand, the lead leg. So that's the lead.
The only reason I was
Okay, well, what you do now, so you start it first, boxer,
and
as
then
soon as I tap, you step to the left still. Oh, take a hand step. The boxer, you gotta do this. So, train yourself to circle and go here. Because the boxer will go side. So, as soon as you see me attacking, step to the side. If I don't, pop out, that's what a boxer might do. So as soon as I sense you go to the side, see, I match your step. Do that. Okay?
He's going to step
Do
first.
it predetermined first, right? Do it to me here. So if you want to attack me, I'm a boxer. Actually work to the outside. Okay, you're saying run the center side. Good. Good. You do it's like, see? Hey guys, everyone knows basically what this is for, the view and dirt, circling leg. The single towel form only shows you the forward one. You should also practice on your own backwards. Because when we kick, we circle to land instead of your opponent. If he's in the front stance and I kick, I don't want to land here. I want to kick and circle to on the blind side. Okay? So what we're having people do now is, you go inside. I'm the boxer. I'm going to come in, he's going to come in to attack me. And I move to the side. Okay? So, before we were just standing here, right? So now he comes into attack. And I move up. So you're gonna move two out into the right side. So when he's doing that, circle. See, that's why that circling is important. Because if I circle, I can control where I land. I can land on that, not really. I can land on that. If I just do this, gravity takes me where it wants. So my opponent's going to the side, I move offline. So once you have your partner, when you're about to attack me, move to the side. So that's probably what would happen in this situation. Okay? Like that. Sure.
That's very standard. I've seen everybody do it. So that's
All the way to this side.
I see that.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
I've seen everybody do it. I just got 60. I didn't ever stand.
You're on my side. You should go. I'm trying to get you over to see.
Good thing we started early. Would have been hot.
It's supposed to be cooler today. Do you need more water? Do you need more water?
Yes, thanks.
You're just gonna move one time, right? So I'm
Oh, thank you.
So I come forward and I just move a little further.
Yeah. I can tell my footwork is
Yeah, well, the idea is if you don't do that, you
not
can't
right.
interrupt. If you just step forward, if you move, you're going to be stuck.
Right start with this.
That's good.
Then you have that control a little more.
Bring this leg over. Think of a compass. You got a compass to make circles. Needle, stylus. So, the needle and the stylus. So he's in this stance. Just stay there. I do this to go off the track. So this eliminates guys who do try to take you down.
Okay.
See? So when I step offline, right?
Nice and grab.
So instead of going like this is over here.
Yeah, I should have explained that. Okay, guys, let me help you out with something. You brought up a good point.
Right.
Think of a compass with the stylus, the needle, and the stylus. You make a circle. Right? So, here's the needle and the stylus. Okay? So, this stays in understand? For beginners, we go and we do this. But if he's a good grappler, he can set me up. Right? So, what I do is, see? So I go and the stylus. So he tries to take down now, it's nothing good for a beginner. Okay? So, practice doing that drill. Step. You're still on the track. There's a train coming, get off the track. Okay? So try that forward. Let's do it a few times in the air. Let's face the direction. Take a half step forward, bring the foot offline. Okay? Like you're making an arc with the compass. Okay? Step, get offline. Got it? Because that's what sets you up in the fight. You take that. You'll take one punch on the top of the head. Alright, it's gonna break your knuckle. Alright? Go ahead.
Is there any acceptable swing for this game challenge?
It depends on how far you want to go. His speed, his power, you have to address that as you want. Okay. See that on mine. You want to
If he's over here, then you gotta.
yeah, depends on what you're doing. Yeah. Okay. Practice both for a front stance and a side neutral. Yeah. Don't interrupt with it. So you're gonna step
Yes. Because if you go too far, then you just side on. You still have.
Oh, you're the best. Thank you. I've been eating healthier here than I normally do.
Doesn't even feel secure.
I'm a bachelor, so I'm like convenience stores and
Natural
I know.
It doesn't work.
When I was married, it's better. Where did I put it? Oh, it's
Oh,
a slice.
anywhere. It's right there. It's good. Yeah.
Stop for a second, guys. Every now and then you can go for a leg kick. That's why you want to step. Because people don't know they watch TV, they think they can do it. So people are trying to take down street fights.
You guys do it again for the
Do a couple, yeah, do a couple. Now just step in, don't take him down for real, but real time. Yeah, just step in normally and see what happens. See what happens? So that's why we do the off mic. Assume someone's going to take you down, especially in this new fighting environment.
Is there anything you can add to that?
Oh, sure.
To get them into submission?
Oh, sure. Whole bunch of stuff. How much time do we have? You look at my YouTube channel, I'm training Friday. I used to be a kickboxer. So that's how, and we work with boxers now and grapplers. And Grandmaster says the art has to evolve. If Wing Chun doesn't evolve, it's going to die out. Because fighting has changed. Boxers used to fight like this back in the old days. Totally. Modern fighters would wipe them out. Fighting has to evolve. So we use our Wing Chun principles to deal with the new innovations in martial arts. Okay?
That would work on a wrestler also.
Yeah.
Just trying to.
Actually, wrestlers are really good at shooting. Wrestlers are most of the better MMA guys on the ground are wrestlers. Because wrestlers give BJJ guys credit and judo men.
free martial arts.
Yeah, exactly. It's a free art too. You don't have to pay that expensive Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu marketing price. Okay, go ahead, guys. Don't do it every time. Don't let it get wasted. Sometimes later, we'll get it in.
I've been not doing this.
Good. There's some training comments we can do. Like a matador. Yeah. Good. Yep.
Nice shot.
Yeah.
How close do I need to be to him before we
Further than that, you want to be out of his range, and then you want to come in.
Still, I don't feel close enough. I don't feel close enough.
start close and step.
Good. Nice. This is coming. This guy's picked up quick. Okay, so if his elbow's behind his shoulder, he can't push. Right? But if it's in front of his shoulder, he can move. Right? So coming forward, I'm taking it. See? I do a gun, a busa. Like everyone knows the busa up here, I do a low busa. He can't push to get me. See? And then I got that nice shot here. To the side of the neck to the carotid artery. Or knee. Okay? So the person's trying, your guard's up here, he comes in, see, move around, keep that here. And you, like you said, you felt that shot, right? It's right there, just asking you. Right? So try that. So mix it up. Like I'm trying to go to the side, he moves to the side. He moves to the he just moves to the side. He moves to the side. And then every now and then he sneaks in a takedown, right? And then I do this to keep his elbow behind his shoulder. See, there's no problem. Okay? So far.
See that? So it's not. Nobody goes to a seminar and gets it. You get the version of seminar.
So, if you do me a favor, you guys, do it a few more times. You're a guy, which is and you can do the wrap around too. You can do the wrap. Yep.
Chicken wing.
One hand. Oh, you do cross leg.
Yeah, I was trying
No, we're doing so I step behind.
Swinging leg away.
Yes.
To get off of this. You don't have to work
Okay. Work with him.
May as well mix it up.
Get a different partner.
Just lead in, man. I don't see it. Just
start there.
I'll be there.
Do that. There you go. Really good. You see it? That was it. Bringing that finger out, no. Yes. That's the whole point, yeah. Grandmaster said, he said, bring it from, what are you doing? And off the track. We're on the track to bring it
Yeah. What's up?
It's actually easy. Yeah, when you use it right.
And everybody feels wrong because it's too easy. And everybody's so afraid of grappling. First of all, we do an art. Listen to this, guys. We do an art where we do cheese how. I can determine movements from this pose. So a big mass coming at me, it's like, oh my God, it's like taking all day. I've had guys who are really good grapplers trying to take me down. I step off mine. They go, wow. If I can train my eyes to see little minute movements, like a fist coming at me, a great big body coming at me, it's like, oh, come on, man. I mean, arrogant, it's just a trick.
Well, what does it Sifu says it takes almost half a second to shoot, to do it right, to shoot. But we can punch at 0.11 of a second.
A fist travels way faster than a human body.
Yeah, to shoot in and grab somebody, to do a takedown, what you guys are practicing against. It takes about almost half a second, a third of a second anyway, really, really good. But you should be able to hit him 3 times before.
I think the fist comes faster than the body.
Yeah.
You can stop the punch on him. You can stop the punch. What's that?
I will have it.
Already here.
Let's get winding up a little bit.
You got, how much you got over here?
Now you got that T.
You can do an arm wrap from there. Arm wrap from there. Yes, arm wrap. See? You want to do all the way.
They have this follow right up, man.
Back a little bit. Hold this balance. See? Yeah.
You actually, the idea of this is that you're going back right here. This is the defense.
Bring it higher.
Yeah.
Higher.
Right.
Yes. You're coming up too high.
Oh, yeah.
Just try to use it. Like this, you just move to one side with that. Same thing. Right?
That's one of my advantages.
I got control.
Pull it automatically. Step in and out. They always fit right
Okay, guys. We have one more.
It seems to be less.
Call Sifu short.
You know what I mean?
He comes in. Pay attention for a second, guys. He comes in for the shoot. Hey, you got something? I got an arm wrap. I want to face him this way because he can change angles and come in. Right? I got to deal with this big mass. He's bigger than me. I don't want to fight this big guy head on. I want to use my brain. So I got the arm wrap. I face away. I sit up. See? I got the arm wrap. He turns, I turn. Up. Okay? So from the low view south, an arm wrap. Lift with the bicep, push with the palm. Sorry. Okay? All right? was an arm wrap. So basically, you don't leave me here. What are friends for, right? Okay. So I'm inside neutral. I step off mine, do the arm wrap, punch, knee. Or if I'm in a front stance, I have step, do the arm wrap. Move here, press it down. Try that slowly so you don't hurt your partner's shoulder. Okay? Let's try that. So if you were asking about what to do afterwards, you were asking what to do. Try your fault.
Yeah, I was just thinking.
Last I was trying to turn.
I think I was just doing it. There, they turn off. Equal power.
It's not hurting.
Yeah, it's still turn your waist. Right. This up, this, and push down. See?
Other side now.
Well, you're not doing what you're saying.
That was good, Keith. I like that.
Yes. So the difference? Lift with this and push with that.
You're a wrestler.
Well, it depends on the skill of the guy. For the average guy, that won't work. I mean, that's just one technique. I mean, what did you just do? You did how to do the shoot? See, and I still go tighter and go wide. So I got you here. So it depends on the wrestler. We're doing it wide now.
Hey, Chuck.
He did a narrow shot.
Right.
To go like this. So I still did that. I did a jump shot. That's one of our techniques in our corners. So you did the closer one. So you came in for the shoot, right? I do a jump shot. See, it's a jump shot. See, the thing is, I got away from you. I got your center of gravity out here. Keep your center of gravity from this. Move your center of gravity along. It's physics. Physiology. So, good. I'm glad you brought that point up. This one works for the guy who went like that. He went narrow. So then you would sink your arm here, see, and still do it. See? See? Make a stake. Yeah. You must have wrestled before. Yeah. See, I figured. Whatever works. Be creative.
Catch myself. Couldn't even turn.
You have to do a piece out. Piece out. So do it out here. So over here. Big bully.
I'm sorry.
Okay, guys, I got a point to break. Watch me. Okay, 1 second. Guys, we're just right now going for the shoot, but how it's done is, okay, so see, that's me. So you gotta be aware of guard up. Helps me. He's got his guard up. And I'm thinking, he's got his guard up. See? Good, exactly. So, we're doing it predetermined, but always expected. Because the grappler's not going to come and charge right at you. They're going to mess with you first. This is the distraction. Look at finish that. Okay? Okay, so now we're going to do one other thing. He's a wrestler. Well, he wrestled, I'm not your wrestler now. He showed me something.
College. Yeah.
Okay. We did the wide grab, so he do the view. Right? He did something that was close. He just went straight in. So from here, he do a jump. Jumps out. Yep. Matter of fact, try it on him. So we show him the close, he jumps out. Okay? There you go.
Oh! Don't get splinters in your knees, bro.
Well, because a real wrestler is not going to reach.
Drag, yeah, they
They
drag
shoot in.
across that
You got to shoot in. So you can use your body.
Right.
I mean, I'm going to lift him with my legs and my angle, and this way on his knee.
Okay. I got you.
I'm not going to be reaching for you.
Well, that's why I say wrestlers are better shooters than the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Right, right.
Because
that's a principle.
Whenever you watch the fights, he's got a wrestling background. Watch out for him.
So, the idea with the shoot is that people can come in with the body, like you punch.
I actually see some of them guys, they go like this,
From here?
which is, I don't think that's smart.
Get the whole body.
Sensible.
Yeah. Right? So you're moving with your body.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they can do, but the difference is on the street, you're not gonna drag your knee like that.
Right.
Because you'd be,
Yeah, I think kids out there.
yeah, well.
Okay. So let's try with him doing the close one. So you're going to step in and just sink your arm on it. So that you don't have room to do a low view. You got it? Instead of the person coming like this to grab you, you're going to come in like that. All right? Jumps out, juts out, close. All right, let's try that.
Single.
Exactly. Well, some of the things that aren't allowed, you can stop that easily. Yeah, it's not miserable.
Actually, it's a nice cool breeze.
Any way you do it.
Do you know if you actually take the pad off
Pointed at stuff.
Yeah. So how would you do it? Get offline. So if you didn't get the leg off. Oh. When you move the leg around, that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
Don't need this one. Better do that. Keep the mouth circle.
Oh, to get out?
Actually, everybody should work with you. So. You're going to be used today, brother. Because he knows what he's doing. And we want to become better. So that's how you get better.
You're going to come in with me. You'll come in with that. Do that, and then that's what you do it.
That's what she was doing.
That's why
She was exactly what you for that.
the closest thing, the closest thing.
I mean, I might go for a heel. I'm not going to get hit in the head if I go for the lead leg. I won't have balance enough to take it down with that. But I can do a heel sweep with the lead leg.
Jiu-jitsu guys go for the lead leg.
Yeah. You can do a heel sweep.
A good grappler will go for the other. Someone who knows how to do it. But if he did go for the lead leg, there's so many things he could do.
I'm already. So both ways you have to buy before the shoot. So if I here. That's easy. Yeah, that's best. But maybe you turn the face move.
I was going for the lead leg, and then adjusting to go for the rear leg is different. Did you shoot?
just leave it, not leave it.
That's one way. That's one way to stop it. That pumps like this too. Let's get out of here. There you go.
Actually, this is
Dragon tail's there, huh?
Dragon tail.
Yeah, you either get off line or scroll. Okay, if you go against it, if somebody hits you, it's the scroll. Right? That's the best defense, don't beat it. But if they get you, then you want to scroll. Yes.
No, you can't, but it's
Hey, how are you?
yes. Oh, okay, I got you. So there you go. I'm already safe there, right? Why go anywhere else, right? I got you. That makes sense.
Oh no, you guys are fine. Only when he's actually teaching something. Only when he's actually teaching something.
Okay. Okay, good. Okay. I got
This is perfect.
I think about 6. When you come in, that's everything. Go just covering, right? Bring it down.
When he's coming low,
Bring it down. So you're coming in. That's what we've been doing. Coming in. And then as you come in, that's when you shoot. Right. So you come in. Just ball. Good work. Just get like a glass of water.
before he came. No.
Yeah. Well,
That was a good step.
I can wait. Oh, honey? Julie? It's all right. We're going to have lunch in like 10 minutes. All right. We got some paper cups and stuff? Okay. All right.
Doesn't give you the same feel.
Sorry. But if she's coming in, just push it down, right? So that's where it's like, because most people so that's why I'm having trouble. So, not everybody can do that. Probably none of these guys, except maybe Charlie and Dave, brachiate their shoulder like she's doing to bring her arm around. Bill?
Yes.
You watch this for a second?
Sure.
Now, sensitivity in my mind is what's gonna stop this from happening, but she has like no bone structure.
Yeah.
So her arm can come around, right? So you just have to be aware. Because he's having a, yeah. No, I just want to make sure I'm answering the same thing in line with what you're saying. It's your seminar.
You have to adapt to every situation.
So most people are
create on the spot.
She's got there's no tendons or ligaments in there.
Anybody who's thirsty, there's some water and cups right there. Ow! Don't scratch my bum. Don't scratch my bum.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah,
The thing I was showing you guys is from a parallel stance how to get to the blind side. Okay? So remember I said if you do this wrong, he could circle around and you want to do a lop stop. Now we have two lops. We have a lop in the center line and a lop on the center line. The lop on the center line, we got this way so we get the camera in. Okay, yeah. Good, so you can see. If I lop on the center line, I'm able to hit him at the same time. But if he's faster, has longer reach, he can hit me. So the advantage of blocking on our center line, there's two advantages. One, if he pushes towards me, he's pushing into my body and the energy goes through my hip into the floor. Your arm is behind the block. Center line blocking enables you to strike at the same time. So you can do what they call lin siu dai da in Cantonese, simultaneous blocking and striking. But you can also do a tan here. The problem with this, my body isn't behind it. If he pushes, I have to release. But at least I'm safe. So if he does a straight punch and then a round punch, I'm going to lock this way on this particular drill. I could do this and face and lock, but what if he's more receptive for that punch? Both ways are legitimate in our system. I prefer to do it to the side. So when I step in, it's going to circle his hands and I'm going to lock. Now the same thing I showed you before about keeping the elbow behind the shoulder, the joint's open now. So push me up, Alice.
Yeah, just push it in.
Now, he's bigger than me. With the joint closed, push me. Come on, move me. See? I'm going to try to fight you, move me. He's strong. Okay? But from here, I don't even do straight. So, the idea of this is you touch the guy's arm, he's probably going to step off the line until that round punch. So, if he lands and has his balance and locks the joint, it's going to have torque. So the idea is to catch him right here. Time it. So it's weak right here, see? So you check the person's arm, they sense you touching the arm, then the natural instinct would be to circle around. So you catch them right here. So ideally, come over here so you can see, guys. Ideally, I want to put the center of my palm right here. I don't want to just catch the forearm as I did with the strength. If I catch the bicep, it circles around. See, you can still hit me. So it circles around. See? So you want to catch right there. Now, I'm basically strong enough to do it on most people, to do this. But Master Maz's like him, big. So we were training one day, and I said, Sifu, Keith is strong, stronger than I am. I can't pull that one off on him, right? So this is what Sifu showed me. So you do the straight punch and the round punch. See what I'm doing? I'm resting my arm next to his forearm. That's what saves me. So for a smaller person, I wouldn't suggest to try to do this. For a couple of reasons. You may misjudge, and then you can hyperextend your wrist. Put your wrist. But if you do this, see, I'm laying my arm here, right here. So we're going to practice this drill. First, we're going to have the person just stay there closely. I attack, release. Right? Now, I'm not going to be able to hit right away, because when you block on your central line, if I do abuse out here, I can't hit right away. If I do abuse out here, I can hit right away. So, since I can't hit right away, I attack, I step in later and take his balance. And notice how I'm taking his balance and getting him away from the other hand. There's a couple of other things too. If the person's spine is perpendicular, the spinal column is perpendicular, they can change sides easy. But if you have the person like this, it's hard to change sides because the person's going to fight for their balance. That's part of the primordial part of your brain. You're not going to be able to stop that. You're going to try to recover your balance. So make sure that when I do this, I have him back on his heels. There's another reason for that. If a big guy hits you, he's got power behind it. Come here for a second. So when I'm about to strike his hand, pull me off balance. It's going to be a glancing blow. It really jerk me somewhere, move me all away from it. See, it'll be a glancing blow. So if you're fighting a big person, you don't want him to be set in his stance. You want to keep him off balance. So I want to keep the person either on his heels or his toes. Always off balance, so he's not there. But he can try to recover his balance. So we're going to do the attacking. So I'm going to go in, attack, take his balance. Try that first. So it's going to be a lopsal on your central line. The line you define when you do the form, I'm defining my central line. Incrementally, all those points here are your central line. The center line never changes because that dissects your body in two parts. That's constant. That's never going to change. Right? Center line. So in Chankyu, if you know Chankyu, Shinsao, Lopsal, that's a lock on your central line, not the center line. Okay? Try that with a partner.
Didn't you say whoever's late has to go through a gauntlet?
I remember, didn't you? What did you say?
I said, didn't you say whoever's late has to go through a gauntlet?
Isn't there a policy for the people who are late?
That's what I heard.
Before we're going to grab weapons? No. We'll do it at the end. They have to get out.
Everybody do.
Yeah, they got to get out.
You're such
You want to stay here? Birds are rocking on her heels, yeah. So that's a hit. So
You got off of the line. You got away from the train.
that's going to make a difference. Yeah. In what you feel. See, if you're trying to throw the punch, so if you're trying to hit me, that really changes your balance. Because there's something in that. If you just hard. Right? So try and... Yeah. Feel the difference here?
Forward to the side.
That's still works, but that's the same thing we're doing before we got done.
With her, you don't have to do that. Yeah, that's, she has to come in here. Yeah. Just take her back.
And after you swing around, you
Like this.
it's a reflex.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that. So that's what he was talking about, that point when you're here. So your palm is actually there.
Oh, I'll do it.
Yes. As soon as you feel them go away.
So what's that? That's like the blanket hops up.
Yes, yes. It's easy, huh? Yeah.
See, Michael accidentally hit Rod just now too. It's like, oh, I'm sorry.
Rod, it wasn't an accident.
Oh, it was on purpose? Yeah.
He's always so close to it. I can plug away.
The key to this technique, guys, is controlling the elbow. Okay? Go for the elbow, not the forearm. As close to the elbow as possible. See? Get towards your head. That's not what you're doing. Good. You were doing a body shot. So then you can do something else.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, cool. Your spine to the plate. Okay, spineless. There you go. See, to add to that, you go down. Take it exactly.
Something's okay. You're not grabbing with it. It's just there. I'm not doing that. But your thumb can be open. You know you're going to come in here and be pushed around by a girl.
I'll do it to you.
See how better it was? Now it's better. You did it. They want to take you like this. And keep close.
If you try and push this way, that's
You're overemphasizing that. Just make it slight. Don't overemphasize.
so when you come in, you go boom, boom.
Okay, stop for 1 second, guys. I always use that square as a good idea to envision something. Now, some people work better with a square like this in their head or on the floor. So I'm in the center of a square. There's a corner here, a corner here. I step forward. When he does a lopsided, I step to the side of the square now. See? So I step down the middle of the square, then to the side of the square. Okay? Don't step right in, because I'm not going to get tackled.
Is your phone?
Left leg back, right leg back, right leg back. There.
Send Trevor
And
text
the
and
three
see what he
away from that. He's got to take away from that.
You don't know how to text from this, so I set it up for you.
I'm not going to find that bread back.
Well,
We're gonna send some for you.
Yeah.
And if we have to, then we'll have to ship it to you on a regular
We'll mail you some
basis.
for Christmas. We'll mail you some for Christmas.
Oh, perfect.
Shaka Khan and happy birthday.
Thanks.
Goes, and you just put your
Good. Looking better. Don't stand. Hey, one other thing I always like to advocate. Wing Chun people are known for only working with Wing Chun people. You're not going to fight. People don't throw vertical fists. We throw vertical fists. Maybe Ishiru or few others have. Most people do horizontal fists. So don't get used to doing this if you're the bad guy. Stand like a street fighter so you get what's going to happen in the streets. Stand like this. And when you do the punches, I want everybody to punch, the attackers, don't do Wing Chun punches. The dynamics are different. The elbow's out here as opposed to our punch. Okay? Good, good. See? Nice punch.
around. Don't just walk.
Good, you got it. Close to it.
You don't want to reach out.
This time you get that close. Show them that.
You don't have to.
You'll stop it. That'll work. You see that? Okay. First of all, watch this guard. Your hands in the air. You gotta go out there together. My hands outside of it.
Like during the dance.
You gotta try to put your hands, okay? Your hands is in here. You have to do that. By the time you do that, that's punch. So if you want, you gotta start with your hands
Bob, does that mean I sent it?
Yeah, he thinks it was from me. He doesn't answer my text. He won't answer because it's from me. Teaching aid.
I didn't go around, I went straight in.
that part out.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know why it's doing it.
I thought it was.
Trying to throw that horizontal.
Now, your opponent is letting you do that. What if he moves his hand before I touch to do the punch? See? No, just do the run, the circle, like this. You have to interrupt it. No, do the, when I come to do the round punch. Okay? Right? So, you have to, we don't do what they call chasing hands, because if I just go in full blast, there may be nothing there. And for me to send a signal to my brain to change to do another direction takes a millisecond. Too long, probably. So what I want to do is be able to interrupt. Our system, interruptibility is important. That's why I explained this thing with the footwork. I can change. I can start to attack him, and he does something like this. You guys don't know what that means, probably, right? The guy's spinning a razor blade out of his mouth into his hand.
Oh my
To
goodness.
cut you, all right? So I have to be able to change direction. So let me show you something. Most people don't know about it. They do it in New York City a lot.
Spinning a razor. What was the thing about spinning?
Oh yeah. Spit out a razor blade.
Watch.
We go like this.
Sometimes the bad guy will stay and let you do the pump, and sometimes just do the round pump. So train yourself not to overcommit and to have the ability to interrupt the move, the emotion. Okay? So sometimes, let's say you do the pump. Sometimes I'll let you touch me and I do the round punch. And then sometimes when you come in, you have to be able to interrupt. Okay? Okay? Try that with a partner. Somebody you haven't worked with yet. Alright. Go in. One way, take his balance. He's still perfectly. I want you to bend this spine like that.
Okay. They're not punching the first punch, right? They're just standing
This
there.
is what Redmond says. A few stages.
You're very relaxed, so it's hard.
The guy is standing there sleeping, you catch him off guard, or he attacks. If he attacks, I can do the same thing. So work on that next. See, first I can say if he's sleeping, you catch him off guard. Right? But then what if he attacks and does a fake jab? See? Because sometimes the person will fake to draw your hand and then do the punch. So if he fakes and I commit too much, I've got to travel this much distance to cover. But if I prepare for him to do something, I only have to move a little bit. So let's do that again. I only went this. Leave the hand there for a second. Leave the punch here. Okay. If I only go, no, leave the punch right there. If I only go a little bit, I can recover. If I overcommit, he's going to pop me. So that's why we don't do chasing hands. You just do less is more. So I'm only going to go this. Right. Okay? Right. Okay? So if you guys want to add it, you want to add it where the person throws the punch. It's the same thing. The person throws and does a
So
round.
relax it. There's no.
Now, not a hook.
If you hold
Remember, I'm not saying hook punch.
tighten it up, then I can affect the rounds like a target.
1 second, Chuck. I'm not saying hook punch because a hook is too tight. You can't block a hook. there's no space. That's why we don't want to get close to a boxer, because the hook punch, you can't see it. So you treat a hook like an elbow. This is for a round punch or haymaker, which you might encounter in the street. And even with a boxer, I keep my guard out here. He can't do a tight hook. See? Try it. You can't. I won't let you. If I'm in here, you can do a tight hook. Okay? That's why we keep our guard out. So they can't do a tight uppercut or a tight hook. So this is for a round punch, not a hook. There's a difference. Remember that. All right? Yeah, hook is too tight to get inside. You can't get inside that. So you want to force the person to open their guards up. That's why we keep our guard out. Force them to open their See, if you do a hook, I would treat it like a real, you do a real tight, not real tight. You do a tight hook, you treat it like an elbow. Treat it like an elbow. So say if you did an elbow to me, elbow to me, right? You know, so that's how I treat the hook. Take it like that. That's good. You don't have to be over here.
When you throw that, give me something to block it. Yeah, I mean, you know, don't go crazy.
It looks like I'm
doesn't kill me. It's my family.
You don't want to give too much information. That kind of brings. How does he understand? You can roll it.
So it's on tape that he told you to hit him.
Yeah, no, it's just you're very relaxed. Like it's good when you can because it's very hard to.
Yeah, what?
Push. It's very hard to stick. I can, but with this particular technique, you gotta push it like this. You still, I mean, like it's behind your shoulder. It's how
We're saying the same thing. We're saying the same thing. I'm just messing with you. It's the same thing.
Usually when I do a bill song, I
think since you're leaning into it, that counts as you being perfect.
If an old guy like me could do it.
Maybe you weren't pulling me.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
This point has to come to here.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly.
Just keep scooting along. Right? So if you think of the stance, think of a third point here and push his elbow towards out.
He's getting it. Okay, so now we're ready with our jab.
Voila.
Same technique.
So I'm
So now you're attacking her.
Go after it.
See, in this instance, back, walk. Take one more step. So now we're going to use a lop sound in the center line. So he's going to do the jab and round punch. See? Center line lock. And I can strike. So he does the jab. So from here, then you do something. But I want you to at least get that. He does the jab. Round punch. Okay? So try that. I'm going to try it in the air a few times. Let's start from the front stance. The punch comes. Hak sao. Sao move to the side. Lop sao. See? So, here. Hak sao. Lop sao. Hak sao. Lop sao. You got it. And from there, you keep hitting. And you can go here. You can go here. Elbows, knees, whatever. You can have fun. Okay? Try that. Different partner this time. So now your horn, right? You just do that. So you're around already. Go faster. Now do it. See? If I get your elbow, you have to take a bigger circle. See, if you pop my wrist, push my wrist. Look, just a little bit. I only have to go maybe that much. So the circle's going to be that big. If he does my forearm, I have to make the circle maybe that big. he gets my elbow, I'm gonna make a gigantic circle. Okay? Just like you know. I was, go around, I was lopping on my central line. On this one, he goes around, and I go on my center line with the wrist and punch. Now notice that when I do this, I don't go do the wrong punch. I don't step here and do it. You can pop me. So there's a repeating, there's a defensive lapsal, you go away. An offensive lapsal, you attack. So when he does the straight punch and the round punch, I do offensive to get away from that other hand. And my hands are top of it, so it's a good thing. But had I stepped this way, it goes pop. Okay?
So the defensive is for the other hand, right?
So when he does this, I step away from his other way. And I'm in the center. Like in the Chum Q form, you do bong sao, lap sao, or this way, bong sao, lap sao, your laps in your center line. So this one, I'm in my center line, go around, but I step away from the other hand. So he has more distance to travel with it. Okay? Got it? So, like I did the idea of the analogy of the square, I'm in the center of the square. I'm a little bit off center, and I walk that way. Got it? So, offline. Remember, when you do a pak sao, let me show you something. First thing, don't pak like this. Staying in the center when you pak. Because actually, what I do with the boxers, you do that. See? So I just use. There's a boxer who does that too. Is it Ray Jones or some boxer? When you punch, do a jab at me. They use the glove. They hit you off of that. Exactly. So when you do a pop, remember, I'm always moving to the blind side. Because in order for him to hit me with this other hand now, he has to turn and he exposes the center line. Okay? So don't pop this way. Always remember, when the ball's at your feet, move into the blind side of your partner, of your opponent. In this case, your partner. Okay? So let's try this a few more times and then move on to something else. You got it? Let's see if you do that.
I didn't get it.
Well, see, he's up, say he does the jab, and I pop. See?
Did I see a foot right there?
I kick him in the shin. So I'll do it slow. So I go, and his mind is on that, slows this down. Because we like to do redirection like a magician. Look over here, pop, you know. So I'm here, so I kick to the shin. That's why we always face our shins in. There's a kung fu style called lao ga. They're known for low kicks. If your foot's this way, they hit the shin down. So I turn this way so if they kick me, flesh, I don't care. But you don't want to be hit the shin down. That's why I always stand this way, because you never know who you're fighting. So you did good. So when I kicked you here, I'm going to get the fleshy part of the leg. But if you were straight, that would hurt. So if you got the coordination, does the jab, see? Sometimes that won't even come out. Because that's the pain is so extreme. Try that. Yeah, we got Sifu. Oh yeah. Okay, I think we've covered enough blind side. I know you haven't mastered it yet. He's got a video. You guys can probably look at it in class. So say now we're fighting cross leg, which is how most fighters fight. So he's cross leg. So what I can do is I can step to the side and take his arm, or I can lock here. So he's got his guard up. We're moving around. I take his arm. So this is an attacking lock, defensive lock. This is a defensive lock. And why is that important? Stand over here. You're his buddy. Yeah, you guys are gonna jump on me. I do this, you got me. Right? Exactly. So you're there, so I do this. Okay. I put that big guy in you. You thought I liked you, right? Okay? So let's do, what do you want to do? The offensive one first? The defensive? Does it matter? Well, let's do the offensive one. He's got his guard up. I take him, turn the side. See, now I'm punching in my center line. as opposed to punching on the side. And his guard up. It's all hypothetical now, because remember, the guy's moving. So if he's moving, it's behind him. So, but you have to run somewhere. So we'll do it static first, and then once you master that, we'll do it first and moving. So I lock and strike. So basically, I'm here, I lock in the center. So I'm in that imaginary square, right? My center is facing the left-hand corner of the square. Right now, see? So when I lock, my center faces the right-hand corner of the square. See? So I'm facing the left-hand corner, I lock, strike. Okay? Another thing I want to show for you, sometimes your hands are too small to lock a bigger person. There's a separation of the muscle here. You grab that. Okay?
Handle.
Yes, a handle. That's exactly what the master said. He goes, you have a handle right there. I can't do his accent. Who would do it? Blaine? Not Blaine.
It's Australian Chinese.
Yeah, well, British Australian.
British
Because he
Australian.
grew up in Hong Kong, so he had the British English, and then he moved to Australia, so he got British English, Australian English, Chinese. Yeah, me too. Okay, try that with partner.
You know what? He speaks clearer than any Chinese.
That's a releasing or defensive block. I want an attacking block. So everybody here knows half step front, right? Half step back, half step to the right, half step to the left, or a front stance. We all go from a neutral stance, half step to the left, half step to the right, half step to the left. So from this, most of us know half step, or lateral, or linear half step to the front. There's a half step to the front diagonal. See? So I'm here, I take a half step front back. So I got here, I'm taking a half step. Let's take this backwards. Got it? So if you want to get a good perspective from here, try get behind me and try to do this. Half step, 45 degrees, so imaginary right-hand corner of the square. Just take a step. See? Okay, so try to take a step, lock. Just a diagonal half step. Covering some ground. Don't try to do it standing here. I mean, I have to actually move 45 degrees. Now, I suppose his kidneys have rendered that hand useless right now. It's going to travel too far to hit me. Okay? So it's an offensive block and a defensive block. You are doing it wrong because we do have a defensive block. Depends on your circumstances. But if he had some friends here, I wouldn't want to lock him there, put my back to his friends. I would take him here. Keep my eyes on the stacks. Okay?
Good point.
Alright? So they both work. Right now we're doing the offensive block, okay? Let's do where he attacks. I think everyone will get this one easier because some of you were doing it anyway. So if he attacks, I step off the line. See? So the first one was I initiate the attack and I catch it. If he's punching, I'm not going to try to move there because he can pull his hand back and I would run into that. So if he punches, then I move off the line. And if the person's taller than you, go for the body shot, the kidney shot. Because that's why you want to step anyway. You want to turn him, hit him in the kidney. If you hit him in the side, he can be fit, not like me. But some guys are muscular and you hit him in the side, you don't do any damage. Right? Back to the camera. Yeah, so when he does this, I go to the side, I turn him, the kidney shot. If you ever notice boxers, the protective cup is also a girdle to protect your kidney. Kidney shots can kill you no matter how strong you are. Because you can't develop any muscular to that kid. But in boxing, you get disqualified getting someone in the kidney. But in a street fight, your life's in danger. Get the kidney shot. Make him make seal noises. You know? So that's why he does the punch. Right? Turn to the side, get the kidney shot. Okay? So this time the opponent's attacking, you're going to guide him back into your punch. Okay? We're all used to this front stance. There's a front stance here. See? Diagonal. So some of you are doing the lock to the side and coming to a neutral stance. So if you're strong in the core, you can pull this off in a neutral stance, side neutral. But look, one finger puts me off balance. My center. Okay? But if I do this, because now my base is only the depth of my stomach to my small of my back. But if I do this, see, now I have a front stance, longer base, this is now, see? So, this will be the side neutral. Instead of locking like this, sacrificing your balance, some people can do this, and this is not wrong in Wing Chun, but I tend to teach from a smaller person's perspective. So, Keith can pull this off, maybe you could, right? I'm going to go and keep a front stance, see? It's a front stance. I didn't bring this foot up. Don't bring that foot up. So, like I was telling you guys before, the attacking one, we're doing a front stance diagonal, see? So I'm here. This is the normal front stance we're used to. Half step forward, half step back, but half step forward that way, okay? So keep it a front stance. See? So then you follow through, cross leg. So we're cross leg, right? So we're cross leg. I can still step here. See? So I keep this up in case that comes. So I can just go to this one. Step there. So we're cross leg. So here, strike. Or if you want to use the same hand and strike, hit and strike. So keep this up in case he throws the other hand. Okay? Wu sawa. Keep your wu up, right? So, try that. Isn't that nice? That's nice. I wanted to get the ambiance. Oh, you want to come over here, you guys? Okay. You haven't learned them yet, right? So you work with him, please. You got a partner? Just these three, I guess.
Ryan's up there.
Okay, well,
I don't know all of it, but
okay, two of you work on it for a while, and then two more work out. So whichever, what's the first two? Let's see the first one. Well, you know what? You should take this one. It's a little taller.
well, we can lower that one.
Okay, let's just see.
You want to do the first set?
No, but everybody else can work out. You do the
I started over.
Oh, okay.
So I guess we just.
You guys can work out. Okay, first.
We want to see, man.
See? So you bring your hand up, knee up, okay, in case they kick you. And then with the hand, this would be bring your knee up. So you duck, next to a little bit. This should go here first. Here.
I thought I was supposed to go this side.
It should go here first. Then bring down. And there's a reason for that. In reality, hold this right there. Can you get back there? Hold this.
Yeah.
Back. Yeah, back here. In reality, it should be here.
You mean the guy's arm?
Yeah. Well, there should be an arm like I say here. Out here, it should be out here. Here, and then grab. Since this is a static object, okay, you actually do this and you bring it back in and touch, which you wouldn't do for a person. Right. Because when you throw the punch, you come out here. Right? And come around. Step to the back of the neck. So this is something you do wrong because there's no other way to do it. You have to learn to touch. Matter of fact, I was thinking about getting this image design from the arm over here. So this is, this is so the first thing is try that here. Okay, first thing. Everybody thinks we enter like that all the time. You don't do that. I don't think it's like fighting stance. I just do this. I may do this. The only reason I would do the hop is you move back. So So if you move back, so you move back, You don't just, because too many people see that, and they always look at the traditional region guys who do that crazy entry technique, I can take them down. You know, there's no need to do that if I'm close. I just do this. It's like I was showing you before to move, and lightly couple that to center. It's the same thing. If you're here, I don't need to do that. That's an interruption. So from here, I go here, block, check, or go palm strike. Step to the side. This is not a strike. It's not a strike. So from back here, step, strike you, turn your body to get the kidney shot. So try that. So just go here, touch, to release. Don't lock this arm, lock that arm. This arm's not here anymore. Move it over here. Strike. Step to give yourself room. Right? And in a real fight, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do this, rather. Okay? I'm going to do one or the other. Yeah, either this, or if I lock you to that. Right.
So,
This is up. I said, forget it.
there's a whole section with the dummy.
Yeah, you're just doing shooting out. Shooting out. You're just doing the beginning. There's 13 sets to do on the dummy.
Because after you get to your arm, your wrist to make you move. Put your feet up here. Put your foot up. Now keep your feet locked. This is the heel. Let's put your heel in and raise it up in the air. That's it. As far as
You
go.
pick the guy that can't kick.
Okay, raise your leg up. See? Good. See that? Okay, go ahead. Raise your leg up. Because it's the end of the extremity is the weakest part, the hip joint. Right? Don't let me push your arm down. Okay, now, don't let me push your arm down. 2 fingers.
Yeah.
So when I get done, I want to slide down to the weakest part here to turn you around to the straight. So that's what that is. See? So when you do the down, it's 2 motions. Like a pianist playing one rhythm with one hand, one the other hand. Like most people do a bone, they store their arm out. It's this motion and it's that motion. I'm doing 2 separate motions. And you learn that from doing the Sifu Tao. I'm keeping this hand here, so the right hemisphere is focusing on this arm, but the left hemisphere is focusing on that arm. So, gan is this. So when you're doing the gan, guys, don't stop like that. See? So try that. It's a reverse motion before that. It's like a scissors motion. Don't get too hard because you might be able to cut out. I don't want you to know you're blocked. I want to move you from this way. See? I don't want to go and move you like that. You might as well move it around. It's nice and tight. Block, soft. Okay, that's it. See you guys.
From the beginning?
Just here. Okay, make the circle tighter. Make the circle tighter. Elbow down. Circle down. Okay. So, tight. Folk style teaches you how to move an opponent's limb from one side to the other without sacrificing your flank. I can move it here. And if I do this, and if a guy's doing like, say, hold your guard up. A guy like this, Charlie Platt, he may come like this, and then do a corkscrew punch, or they take you like this and come down. You want to move the arm. So see if you do a diagonal strike to me. Diagonal strike. And I block your hand. And I do this. Sink into a horse stance. Low horse stance. Do a corkscrew punch. You got me?
Yeah.
Charlie foot. A lot of northern Shaolin styles do that. So he's going to hit me. So we do it again. You just come down. You can't hit me because my elbow is in the center, the whole is falling down. So that's what folks are teaching you. Move a person's arm around without sacrificing this. Okay? And living in New York City, so many Chinese gangs, there's all kinds of styles. A lot of them use Kung Fu. And their style of favor is Choi Lei Pa. It's good for gang fights. Because it's like, you know? So, when you do this, you gotta drop your elbow to protect your flank. Don't go way out here and expose this. So you guys, come on, let's finish working out. What you guys are working on? Like deep in and where I just move to the side and strike it. That's it.
I guess whatever hands forward. This doesn't matter. You don't have a part.
So, punch. Right front stance. Yeah, so we don't advocate that, but you have to, there may be a reason you don't want to step that way.
Yeah, or you just made a mistake.
Yeah, I like that one too. Because in a fight is chaos anyway, you get confused.
Did that help?
So then it doesn't matter which side you're facing.
Well, you start at cross-legged. So his right to your right, or left to left. Yeah. And then you'll go, if you're the one attacking, you're gonna go to his left side by moving to your right.
If I'm attacking.
Then you would go to his left side by following there. Yeah.
Your forward leg.
Exactly. Right? So the idea is, you'll be on, once you get out there, once you're here,
Now, you're all none of us will be doing that.
but you're actually,
We're just going,
this is the blind side, this is the open side, once you're over here, this is the blind side. Alright, so you're not stepping.
Well, I was telling him wrong now because I was doing it. I was going trapping and switching. And really, it's
That's the right way.
he's just
yeah.
and all he's doing is pocket, right?
I think, like I said, it's demonstration.
So he's just popping it.
Yeah.
That's okay, if you, well, this thing comes in, but should you pass out?
now step so front of here, so this round towards you.
You're gonna follow your forward leg.
Good for it, now. No, practice. Spin you at the time.
You're gonna go for the elbow.
Pushing
Right, the elbow.
and you want to occupying leg space. Where you get the advantage is your
Power here.
jarring taking
Here.
disabled.
Yeah, but you were stepping in this way. If you wanted, okay, say you wanted to make this slide to the left. How would you?
If you're right,
That's why the mean it's like, so you train your waist. Turns out
Everybody knows what to do.
train your so we're here, no waist, no waist, waist, no waist, no waist, waist, waist. If I do this, this is into the center mass of the drum.
Straight from here.
Make sure that you do this. Cover the knee. There's two ways to do this. Raise it up and out. So, go from pick up.
Yeah, it sounded.
He was nice, it hurts when you do it.
Okay. So.
Broke the guy's leg with that technique.
Yeah. Sometimes you imagine a vertical fist, then you do this one. Sometimes you imagine a horizontal fist. Different breaks. If this fist is vertical, I break this way. If it's horizontal, I break this way.
Down to the
Oh, you're breaking the arm.
Yeah, causing some trauma to the ligaments in there.
It doesn't break, it hurts like a.
Yeah, you're probably not really breaking it yet. Some ligament.
Jam it up.
And jam it up. So, do that. Who's seen that? That's a tough nose. And during the jacket, when he has him against the wall, you know, that's like
Right on the tricep.
you see Chuck Norris doing this to his arm?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if he does a horizontal fist, like a karateka or a boxer, I have to break this way against the wall. This wouldn't do anything. Hit your arm out. See, that couldn't do anything. See, that works for this one. See?
Yeah.
Right? So if I did this with the vertical fist, it doesn't do anything anymore. So if the fist is horizontal, you break that way. If it's vertical, I'm breaking it. Okay? So go ahead. Okay.
Lost the line there for a second.
Vertical pump. Like in advancing on top. Okay. Elbow down with it. Elbow down. There you go. Yeah. And then run, boom, step, strike.
The more that you do it, and we have speed drill, I'll start teaching you.
You want to help you throw a round punch at my head. Round punch. Harder. Throw a round punch. You feel that? That's hurt.
And he was being nice.
I wasn't even doing it hard. That's what the movement was.
As you train on the dummy, your arms.
Pull down. Yes. Thank you.
Closer. I got it that time.
He was being nice. Imagine how my arms are this big and all that.
I just do this on my own.
So it just comes from doing it.
Yeah.
Because this is just to teach you. But since if I'm thinking of round punch, I do this. If I'm thinking of straight punch.
Can Matt throw those at you? Those two moves, straight versus around.
Straight versus up.
You were saying you don't touch on the round.
Okay, so what do you mean?
Yeah.
So if you throw a straight, oh, these are attacks. So I attack, and there's nothing there, and you throw a round punch. I attack, right? And I go around. But see, the thing about that, see, do the round punch. If I attack, if I don't get your wrist, I can't go around, because you're going to continue.
Okay.
So, if you catch him here, you have to do this. Then, that. So, this only works if I catch the guy at his wrist. That's why I'm always doing this. I just touch the wrist. Once you're in here, you can't, because by the time you leave around, this punch is going to hit you. So then, you do that. But since the dummy doesn't let you go around, it would really be, there's no arm here. Okay? So this only works if you catch the guy at the wrist. You understand? You understand? I catch you at the wrist, so they go around. So if I catch you too far in, I can't, so I have to do something
Yeah,
else.
you're gonna run into my fist.
Exactly. But he's gonna have all the interrupted sets to show you. He's gonna have them all. So we got here, right? Go on top. Right?
Never go under. I like going under myself. It's easier for me.
Okay, we'll go under. Okay. Okay. And then time. And then the second section. Now, most of the time, what do you do after that? You get this on. You get this on. The time you get this on.
That's my fault, I teach it on the other.
Okay, see?
Tell me that way.
See this?
That's how you
Okay.
do it.
Oh, I do both, I'm
Okay.
Too.
Okay. Do a round punch on my head. Then do a quan. A Dai quan. This is a low bone. So this is quan sao. This is Dai quan. Quan sao, Dai quan. Right? So I do this. You're trying to punch me for real. So I do this, right? And then I release. If you hit me. See? So a lot of people don't know that. That move is for a low punch. See? Low punch. See my bone? I do this. So if you do a low punch to me, see? I do this up here anyway, then I can do that. If you do a high punch, right? So, get it to a blow. You should be doing it if you're taking a high punch. This, for a high punch, taking this here, reach it there. This is for a double punch. So from here, Lao Sao, pass it along to the tongue. So the punch comes, see? So you do it. And in reality, you have to step away. Because if you're really trying to hit me, you step in deep. So I'd have to go here, I have to step around. And that's how you put that position. That's not shown in the forms. So try that a few times. Just practice here. This, do a Lao Sao, hawk, time. Try that. That's all. For different punches. And do the time immediately. Because you're taking your own minute. You're trying to punch through me anyway. So I just take it, pass some moves. So I just take your punch, pass the punch. So do it in slow motion. See? It's like a great snap. So, here. Okay. Guys, I think I'm about worn out.
We line up.
You take a group picture?
Yeah, we will, but let's do